Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a flywheel that I'm cutting right now for a friend of mine. This is not for a Nissan, this is for a Chevy, but the procedure is just the same. And so when somebody says that they're going to get their flywheel resurfaced, this is pretty much what it is. The flywheel lays flat on a table, it's spun, and there's a stone underneath this guard here that spins and just takes off layer after layer after layer until it's all flat. And this is highly recommended. Anytime you guys replace a clutch, it'll just give the new clutch a good surface to bite into. It's kind of like putting new rotors on when you're doing a brake job. So this is what I've been working on. This flywheel's off a 2001 Chevy four-wheel drive Silverado 1500. It's a 5.3 liter. And a buddy of mine asked me to do this for him, and here it is. And it's had years and years of abuse, so this one's taken a little while to get through. You can see all the worn spots versus the new metal. And the more I go at it, the more that bad metal goes away, and you start seeing more silver surface. Generally takes about an hour and a half if it's really bad. But, you know, I'm going easy on it. I don't want to warp it or anything. So there you go. There's a flywheel resurfacing being done live on the spot. And once I reach a certain level, I'll turn this handle. You can automate this machine, but I don't like to automate it because I've had it jump on me and gouge flywheels. So what I'll do is, once I see that the sparks down here are getting weaker, I'll just give this baby a little turn here and just watch the sparks. And you can hear the difference on it when you start cutting again. That's a little bit much, but I'll back it off just a hair. I don't want to overheat the flywheel. As you watch, you'll see more and more of that dirty surface disappear. And I got water going. Water will help keep the flywheel and the stone cool so you don't overheat anything there. It's really just a matter of standing around watching and babysitting this thing while it does its thing. Just got to make sure that when you bring it to the shop to turn it, that you take the dowels out so the stone doesn't get caught on that. All that wonderful stuff. Wow, this thing looks like it jumped a little bit on me. Hold on a second here. We got to lift this up here. Yeah. Wow. This actually jumped on me. That's pretty crazy. Okay, well, good thing I came by. This is why you got to babysit these things, because you want to make sure that you're getting a good honest cut. I don't want to tell my buddy that I screwed up his flywheel. So you see the stone spinning in there. So good thing I was standing over this thing. This machine here is pretty hammered. I'm not a huge fan of it, but what we got to work with, so I gotta do it. So I'm gonna set the stone back down. You're gonna see it do that. There you go. You made contact. The stone's gonna continue cutting this thing. And you see those little dark spots flying by here. That's all the old surface going by, and each time it goes by, it gets less and less because, like a record player, it spirals down. And it goes layer by layer by layer, and eventually you'll have a nice surface, a nice non-spiral surface. And I'll just give it back to him, and he can slap it on tomorrow. He's doing a 4.8 to 5.3 swap on his 2001 Silverado, and I so happen to be getting the 4.8, so I have vested interest in getting this flywheel done for him, because then he can use his truck to transport the 4.8 to my house. I don't know what I'm going to do with the motor, but you know, for the price, I couldn't really argue with it. So. Give it just a little more, just a hair more juice here. There you go, that's pretty good. And I'll leave it like this for a few minutes. I'll listen to it, and when I hear the thing get a little quieter, then I'll know that that surface is burned down, and that I can move the stone down just a little bit more. So, and the other thing you want to make sure, if you are doing this service for somebody, please clean the machine, because if you look at what I got going on here, this all turns into basically like stone as it dries. Now that's not, none of this stuff is from the flywheel that I'm doing. This is all from previous flywheels because somebody didn't clean the machine. But that just turns into concrete, and the next thing you know, you gotta chisel it all off, or it'll plug the drain hole. There's a drain hole in the back where all the water drains back down and gets recycled through the pump. There's a pump down here with a water tray, and all the concrete gets sifted out and the water gets recycled. The water has a coolant in it to keep things from rusting. So you want to make sure that the machine is as clean as you can keep it, and then that way you'll have a much more successful flywheel turning. And make sure that you don't run out of water. You don't want to have too much flow of water. This is pretty good, as you can see, because this flywheel is so small, and we do heavy truck flywheels here. There's no place for this water to drain, so it's just pooling inside the flywheel center section there. So I don't need to flow that much water, because otherwise I'll just drown the stone, and I'm just wasting water. The way it's spinning right now, the water kind of pops out a little bit and wets the stone. You can see how much I've gotten done. This line right here, that's pretty much from here in is unsurfaced, from here out has been resurfaced. So a little bit at a time. Turn the control handle just a hair here. We work on thousandths of an inch at a time on this, so you really can't slap it on and start tearing a new surface on too quickly. So, because you'll overheat the stone for one, and you'll definitely overheat and warp the flywheel, which is what you're trying to avoid. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next probably half hour or so. I probably got another half hour worth of cutting here. I go slow. Alright, so yeah. If you guys have any questions, just leave comments below. And thanks again. Hey, we're just about to pass the threshold where YouTube will reconsider this channel for partnership again. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. I really appreciate it. I think tomorrow we'll have enough watched hours and enough subscribers that YouTube will review the account for the partnership program, and that'll allow me to get back into being in suggested videos and other YouTube searches. So thanks guys, I appreciate that a lot. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments or email me. And thanks a lot. You guys take care now. Bye-bye.